Hello and a very warm welcome back to How to Be Healthy. It's wonderful to have you with us today. I want you to take a moment and think about this. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or perhaps you've been in the middle of a wonderful conversation and the perfect word, a name, or a memory just vanishes? It sits right on the tip of your tongue, a frustrating ghost of a thought. This experience, often casually called brain fog or a senior moment, can be unsettling. It can make us feel like we're losing a step, that our sharpest days are behind us, and it's a feeling that can quietly chip away at our confidence, at that wonderful sense of active independence we cherish so deeply. But what if I told you that this mental haze isn't an inevitable part of getting older? What if we could see it not as a closed door, but as a gentle signal from our body, and specifically from our brain, asking for a different kind of nourishment? Today, we are going to talk about reclaiming our mental clarity. We're not going to discuss complicated supplements or trendy, difficult diets. Instead, we're going to explore 5 simple, delicious, and wonderfully common foods that scientific research suggests can genuinely help support our memory, sharpen our focus, and protect our long-term brain health. These aren't magic pills, but they are powerful allies. They are nature's tools for building a more resilient, vibrant mind. So make yourself comfortable, perhaps grab a cup of tea, and let's discover how we can eat our way to a sharper, clearer tomorrow. Our first brain-boosting champion is a tiny, beautiful jewel of a fruit, the blueberry. It's hard not to smile when you see a bowl of fresh blueberries. Their deep, rich, indigo color is just magnificent. And as it turns out, that beautiful color is precisely where their power lies. You see, blueberries are packed with a group of plant compounds called flavonoids, and specifically, one called anthocyanin. That's the compound that gives them their signature blue and purple hue. Now that's a scientific-sounding word, but its job is wonderfully simple to understand. Think of anthocyanins as the brain's personal security detail. Our brains are incredibly active, working 24/7. This hard work creates byproducts, a kind of metabolic exhaust, which can lead to something called oxidative stress. A simple way to think of oxidative stress is like a form of rust inside our bodies. Over time, this rust can damage our precious brain cells and interfere with their ability to communicate effectively. This is where the blueberries and their anthocyanins step in. They are powerful antioxidants. They travel through our bodies and help to clean up or neutralize that damaging oxidative stress. It's like they're polishing our brain cells, protecting them from damage, and helping to keep the lines of communication clear and fast. Studies from respected institutions have shown that regular consumption of blueberries can be linked to improvements in memory and a slower rate of cognitive decline in older adults. It's not about reversing time, but about preserving the incredible mind we've spent a lifetime building. So how can we invite more of these powerhouses into our lives? The beauty of blueberries is their simplicity. A small handful, about half a cup to a cup a few times a week, is a wonderful goal. They are perfect, sprinkled over your morning oatmeal or yogurt. They blend beautifully into a smoothie, adding color and a touch of sweetness. You can even just enjoy a small bowl of them on their own as a refreshing afternoon snack. And don't worry if they're not in season. Frozen blueberries are just as potent. They are picked and frozen at the peak of their ripeness, locking in all of that wonderful nutrition. In fact, some studies suggest the freezing process can make the anthocyanins even more available to our bodies. Beyond the brain, the antioxidants in blueberries are fantastic for our heart health and can help reduce inflammation throughout the body, which is wonderful for our joints. It's a true, holistic gift from nature. So next time you're in the grocery store, remember that this humble little berry is one of the most powerful things you can put in your basket for your mind. Now let's move from the land to the water for our second brain-sharpening food: fatty fish. I'm talking about delicious options like salmon, mackerel, trout, and sardines. For decades, we were told to avoid fat, but we've since learned that the types of fat we eat is what truly matters. And the fats in these fish are the undisputed superstars for our brain. Our brains are remarkably fatty. In fact, about 60% of our brain is made of fat. It's the essential building material for our brain cells. Think of it like building a house. You want to use the strongest, highest quality bricks and mortar, right? For our brains, the highest quality building materials are omega-3 fatty acids. Fatty fish are swimming with 2 crucial types of omega-3s, DHA and EPA. Our bodies can't make these efficiently on their own, so we must get them from our diet. DHA is a primary structural component of our brain and the retina of our eye. It's literally the stuff our brain cells are made of. helping to keep their membranes flexible and fluid so they can send messages quickly and efficiently. EPA, the other omega-3, has powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Just as we discussed with the nourish, rust, of oxidative stress, chronic inflammation can also be incredibly damaging to the delicate environment of the brain. EPA helps to calm this inflammation, creating a healthier, more peaceful environment where our brain cells can thrive. A wealth of research links a higher intake of these omega-3s with a lower risk of cognitive decline and a healthier brain volume as we age. It's about providing the fundamental raw materials your brain needs to repair itself and function at its best. So, what does this look like on our plates? The general recommendation is to aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week. A serving is about the size of a deck of cards. You could have a beautiful baked salmon fillet for dinner on Tuesday, and perhaps a sardine salad for lunch on Friday. If you're not a big fan of fish, a high-quality fish oil supplement can be a good alternative, but it's always a good idea to have a chat with your doctor before starting any new supplement. Canned salmon and sardines are also wonderfully convenient and affordable options. They are perfect for flaking into salads, mixing with a bit of yogurt for a sandwich filling, or adding to a pasta sauce. And just like blueberries, the benefits go beyond the brain. Those same omega-3s are famous for supporting heart health by helping to manage blood pressure and cholesterol levels. And their anti-inflammatory nature is a true friend to our joints. It's a delicious way to care for your entire body, from head to toe. From the sea, we now turn to a treasure from the trees. Our third food is delightfully simple, wonderfully crunchy, and surprisingly, it even looks a little bit like a brain itself. I'm talking about the incredible walnut. Isn't that remarkable? Nature often gives us these little clues. For centuries, people believed that foods that resembled a body part were good for that body part, and in the case of the walnut, modern science has proven that old wisdom to be absolutely correct. Walnuts are unique among nuts because they contain a very high amount of a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Our body can convert some of this ALA into the DHA and EPA we just talked about from fish, so it's another fantastic way to get these essential fats into our diet. But the power of the walnut doesn't stop there. They are also packed with a combination of other potent compounds, including antioxidants and polyphenols. Remember our discussion about oxidative stress, that internal rust? Walnuts are another powerful tool to help combat it. This combination of healthy fats and antioxidants works together, like a team, to protect our brain cells from damage and reduce inflammation. Studies have suggested that regular consumption of walnuts can lead to better performance on cognitive tests, including those measuring memory and information processing speed. Think of it as helping your brain's internal computer run a little more smoothly and efficiently. One of the best things about walnuts is how easy they are to enjoy. A small handful, about a quarter of a cup, is a perfect daily portion. They are a wonderful snack on their own, providing lasting energy without the sugar crash you get from other snacks. You can chop them up and sprinkle them on your morning oatmeal, just like the blueberries, for a fantastic, brain-boosting combination. They add a wonderful texture and richness to salads. Or you can even crush them and use them as a crust for a piece of baked chicken or fish, adding both flavor and incredible nutrition. And, as with our other superfoods, the benefits are holistic. The nutrients in walnuts are excellent for heart health and can contribute to managing cholesterol. They provide plant-based protein, fiber, and a host of vitamins and minerals. It's a small food that packs an enormous nutritional punch, a true testament to the idea that great things often come in small packages. All right, for our fourth food, we're heading to the garden. We're going to talk about something that should be the foundation of any healthy plate: leafy green vegetables. I'm talking about spinach, kale, collard greens, and even romaine lettuce. For years, we were told to eat our greens, and it turns out this was some of the wisest advice we could have ever received, especially for our minds. These vegetables are nutritional workhorses, absolutely loaded with brain-protective nutrients. Let's talk about a few of them. First, there's vitamin K. This vitamin is involved in the formation of sphingolipids, another type of fat that is densely packed into our brain cell membranes. A strong, well-formed cell membrane is crucial for healthy brain function. Then there's a nutrient called lutein. You might have heard of it for eye health. But our brains also accumulate it. Research suggests that lutein has antioxidant properties that specifically help protect the brain. Higher levels of lutein in the brain are linked to better cognitive performance, particularly in memory and learning. And we can't forget folate, one of the B vitamins. Folate is crucial for brain function, and having healthy levels is associated with a lower risk of cognitive decline. It plays a role in our brain's chemical messenger system, helping to keep our mood stable and our thoughts clear. A large-scale, long-term study followed adults for years and found that those who ate just 1 to 2 servings of leafy greens per day had the cognitive abilities of a person 11 years younger than those who ate none. 11 years. Let that sink in. That is a truly profound difference, achieved through a simple, daily habit. So how do we make this a regular part of our lives? A serving is smaller than you might think, about 1 cup of raw leafy greens, like in a salad, or half a cup of cooked greens. Aiming for 1 serving every day is a fantastic and achievable goal. Start your day by adding a handful of spinach to your scrambled eggs or your smoothie. You won't even taste it, but your brain will thank you. Swap out a less nutritious lettuce in your sandwich for some dark romaine or kale. A simple side salad with your dinner is a wonderful habit. Or wilt a big bunch of kale with a little garlic and olive oil for a delicious and incredibly nutritious side dish. Greens are the foundation. They provide the fiber, vitamins, and minerals that support every system in our body, which in turn supports our brain. When our whole body is nourished, our brain is nourished too. And now, for our 5th and final food, I have a wonderful surprise. It's something that many of us think of as a guilty pleasure, a special treat. But when chosen wisely, it can be one of the most enjoyable ways to support your brain health. We are talking about dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that correctly. A little bit of dark chocolate can be remarkably good for you. The key is in the dark part. The benefits come from the cacao bean, which is the raw ingredient used to make chocolate. Cacao is absolutely brimming with, you guessed it, flavonoids, similar to the ones we found in blueberries. These flavonoids are powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, but they also have a rather special skill. They seem to improve blood flow to the brain. Think of your brain as a high-performance engine. It needs a constant, steady supply of oxygen and nutrients to run properly. The flavonoids in dark chocolate help to relax our blood vessels, allowing for better circulation. Better blood flow means more oxygen and more glucose. The brain's primary fuel can get to where it's needed most. This can result in short-term boosts in focus, attention, and processing speed. It's why you might feel a little sharper after a small piece of dark chocolate. Now, this is not a license to eat an entire bar of sugary milk chocolate. The benefits are found in dark chocolate with a high cacao content. Look for 70% or higher on the label. The higher the percentage, the more beneficial flavonoids it contains, and the less sugar. A small portion is all you need. 1 or 2 small squares a day is a perfect amount to get the benefits without overdoing it on calories. Let it melt slowly in your mouth. Savor the complex, rich flavor. It's a moment of mindfulness and a treat for your brain, all in one. You can also use unsweetened cocoa powder, which is pure cacao, in your cooking. Add a spoonful to your smoothie or your morning coffee to create a healthy mocha. It's a wonderful way to get all the benefits in a different form. What a wonderful thought, that something so delicious can also be a partner in our journey to stay sharp and vital. So there we have them. 5 powerful, simple, and delicious foods to help us push back against brain fog and build a more resilient mind. The vibrant blueberries, protecting our brain cells. The fatty fish, providing essential building blocks. The brain-shaped walnut, full of plant-based power. The foundational leafy greens, slowing cognitive decline. And the delightful dark chocolate, improving blood flow. Remember, the goal here is not perfection. It's about progress. It's not about adding 5 new things to your diet tomorrow. It's about taking 1 small, gentle step. Maybe this week, you decide to add a handful of blueberries to your breakfast twice. Or perhaps you'll swap one of your usual lunches for a salmon salad. These foods work best not in isolation, but as part of an overall pattern of healthy living. Staying hydrated with plenty of water, moving our bodies in ways we enjoy, and keeping our minds active and engaged. They are all pieces of the same beautiful puzzle of lifelong vitality. You have the power to nourish your brain. You have the ability to make choices every single day that honor your health and support your independence. These years are not about fading away. They are about thriving, about having the clarity and energy to enjoy every precious moment. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. Which of these 5 foods is your favorite? Or which one are you most excited to try? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from this incredible community. And if you found this conversation helpful and empowering, please consider subscribing to How to Be Healthy and sharing this video with a friend. We're here to support you on your journey to active, vibrant independence. Until next time, be well and take wonderful care.